If you are what you say you are, a superstar, then have no fear. The camera's here and the microphones, and they wanna know, the return. If you are what you say you are, a superstar.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the 11th episode of Diamond Talk. Since Coop didn't say it last week, 10th episode was last week. It's been a lot of fun, guys. Can't wait for many more.
No, it hasn't.
It hasn't been fun?
No.
Okay,
It's been real, and it has been fun. It hasn't been real fun, though, Jeep. You're still on the show.
I'm cringing. Hey, it's still trending.
I'm
I
about to
mean,
leave.
Coop, get Coop off Diamond Talk 2K18 is trending. Trending across campus.
Just like any good woman, you're mad that I'm right. Anyways, moving on.
Yeah, moving on. Again, check out our new Diamond Talk Instagram. Everyone here watching, hi. Anyone who watches this later, hi. We're still going to put everything on YouTube. Last week, we couldn't get the live video on YouTube. I don't know why. It didn't save properly. But whatever. Yeah, so check out the Instagram at diamond__talk.
Underscore.
Yeah.
Underscore.
No, just two, because someone already took it. I don't know. All right, let's get right into it. Hall of Fame 2018 inductees are Trevor Hoffman, Chipper Jones, Vlad Guerrero, and Jim Thome. Did the baseball writers get it right this year? If so, who was left out? I know you guys have argued about this already a handful of times, so go for it, guys.
In what order do we want to do this?
I'll let you go
So
first.
let's first of all,
Yeah,
before
here we go.
we know who the issue is.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and put it out there about Chipper and Trevor, because those guys deserve clear
They
recognition.
deserve it. Yeah, 110%.
Chipper, the face of the Braves. Vlad Guerrero, one of the best hitters of all time, 318 lifetime average. Fantastic. Trevor Hoffman invented the closer role. And
He was Mariano before Mariano.
he was the true
So-
first closer I could think of. The one inning, come in, save the game kind of guy. So with that being said, I mean, those guys are all clear-cut Hall of Famers.
110%. Great dudes,
First
too.
first ballot, without a doubt. My problem, and it's not that Jim Thome is not a Hall of Famer. Again, I repeat, it's not that Jim Thome is not
So
a Hall of
he
Famer.
is a Hall of Famer.
Yes, in my mind, yes, he is. But when you're talking about Mark McGwire and Barry Bonds still being out there eligible, I believe Jim Thome sits this one out.
Okay, well,
I don't think
here's
he got
my
it first
thing.
ballot. I don't think he's first ballot.
The Hall of Fame for baseball is more than just stats or what you did in the game.
Are you going to make the argument that it's an off the field? It's an off the field social
I think
fraternity.
it's both.
That's horse because
Why?
Ty Cobb stabbed people off the field. So if we're going to go ahead and talk,
I don't know Ty Cobb.
but-
He was in the 1920s. I didn't pay attention then.
So if we're going to act like
But if you're going to keep Pete Rose, Ty Cobb's in, why can't Pete Rose be in?
great question.
Hey, listen,
I'm
That's
not
my
arguing.
problem.
I'm
Pete
not
Rose
arguing.
is making enough money being out of the Hall of
Pete
Fame.
Rose-
He probably doesn't want to be in the Hall
It's more
of Fame.
than that. He can make money in the Hall of Fame.
He's making more out of it, believe me.
Pete Rose.
He's old.
Pete
Well,
Rose.
Should he be in? Yes, absolutely. There's no
110%.
question. But I'm saying he's happier out of it because he's making a lot of money.
the thing
Is he? Is he really?
Yes. With
Money
all the-
doesn't solve everything.
Okay, no, that's not the
That-
argument.
no,
The
I'm
argument is
just
he's
saying.
still making money. He's still probably fine. He has a
He
deal
is,
with
but do you
Fox.
think he doesn't want to be enshrined and get that jacket?
He'll get it eventually?
He's
Let's
gonna
be
get it
realistic.
when he's
He'll get it
dead.
Bud
eventually.
Selig. Listen, here's the problem. All the writers in the 80s and 90s that preached when Pete Rose and Barry Bonds and Mark McGwire saved baseball and made it interesting again, all these writers praised them. But now those writers have Hall of Fame votes, and they're cursing them and trying to judge their social. When
I
the
don't
Hall
think
of
you
Fame's
could put
never
the
been a social. Mickey Mantle was a clear alcoholic that cheated on his wife. I mean, we're talking about guys
Okay,
that off the
but
field were not representative
They
role
weren't.
models you'd want your kids to look after. But on the field, the Hall of Fame is strictly a on-the-field thing. And on the field, Mark McGwire, Pete Rose, and Barry Bonds were all the best players this game has ever had to offer. Do not erase them
Two of
from
them
the game.
cheated.
Yeah,
You could make
make the argument saying that off the field they weren't the best guys, but still, on the field, they still used things to enhance their play.
Okay.
Steroids.
I'm not.
60s
I'm being devil's advocate
Steroids
here.
are banned.
60s and 70s,
Okay.
people smoked weed before games, drank alcohol before games.
So
Okay.
They weren't testing for it then.
No,
So
exactly.
you let them in the hall.
You're
they
telling
weren't
me
testing
you're
for
telling me
steroids
weed
then.
Yeah.
and alcohol are enhancers of performance?
I don't
Hey,
think
go
so.
drive. You drive better drunk. Go do it. No, that's a terrible argument.
Yeah.
Steroids, first of all, they were banned in 1991, so they knew this was a performance enhancer. Don't use it after that point. Barry Bonds, if you look at him with the Pirates versus the Giants, he was good with the Pirates.
He
but
won back-to-back NL MVPs, did he not? With
I
the
don't think
Pirates?
so. He might have won one.
You're gonna have to look that one.
He
up
was
on
an
my-
I think he
all-star
did.
in like
I honestly think he did.
1990.
90 and
He was a-
91, I think.
Okay,
91
but his
and
number,
92.
he was hitting 20 home runs, 300 and below. And he was a skinny guy. I mean, he's still muscular, but he put on 40 to 50 pounds of muscle when he went to San Francisco. How does that happen? Steroids. That's how you hit 73 home runs
I didn't
in a
know.
season.
I didn't know that made his hand-eye coordination better.
It made the ball go farther. It didn't make his hand-eye coordination.
So we're talking about 10
Although,
extra feet on the ball.
10 extra feet, try 50 extra feet.
The point is
50
that
pounds
if
of muscle.
Major League Baseball had not banned the substance yet, how can you ban these guys from the Hall of Fame?
It was.
when
It was banned in 91.
He
They
won-
used it after that.
He
Did you?
won
Were you
4
testing for it? So how
Wait.
would you know if somebody's
They
using it if they're
tested
not
after.
testing it for it?
You could see it. Did you see Barry Bonds? It was obvious he was on steroids.
I mean, yeah, you look at Mark McGuire.
They
he
were
could barely
huge.
swing a
Jose
bat.
Canseco, huge.
Yeah.
And plus, if you're gonna, I think
According to
Especially-
Baseball Reference, I want to clear some up. According to Baseball Reference, he won 4 straight MVPs. That's ridiculous.
yeah, when
in
with San
Pittsburgh?
Francisco.
From 2000
Yeah,
from 2001 to 2000 and what is that 4?
steroids. That's when.
Yeah.
That's prime steroids.
He also
season.
won. He also won it in 1990 with the Pirates, and then again in '92. I thought those were back to back. That's why I was confused.
Okay, but he was good with the Pirates. He was
Oh, he
still
was
a great
really good with
player,
the
but he
Pirates,
just
yeah.
took it over the top with the roids.
Yeah.
And my thing is, if you're gonna enforce it the way that you are now, roids, like you banned players, and then Starling Marte 80-game suspension for PEDs,
And wasn't eligible for the playoffs.
ineligible for the playoffs.
Yeah.
You can't put the first steroid user.
I don't know if he was the first.
He was.
You can't
He's the first
erase-
big case.
You can't
don't have
erase-
to
yeah.
erase him.
You are
You
erased
can literally
by not putting him
You
in the
can
Hall
make
of
a
Fame.
section in
You
the
are-
Hall of Fame called
Why?
these guys
Why?
cheated, but
Did
they
you-
still put
did
up
you-
these
did
numbers.
Did you put up a section for the dead ball era? No, you just put him in the Hall of Fame. Honus Wagner hit.
They
it
created
was
the
like-
game. They literally
They,
were the start
these
of
guys
baseball.
revamped the game. Mark McGuire broke a record that only
Revamped the game.
only one person broke the single season home run record. That only
Steroids.
one person beat it.
Steroids.
One person beat it ever.
cheating.
One person ever
You
used it.
did.
Beat
Okay,
it.
congrats.
And there were
you
people
did
using
it.
steroids before McGuire. So I don't
Yeah,
understand.
Barry Bonds.
Did
that
Bonds
whole-
break it? Did Bonds break it before McGuire?
No, but he
No.
broke it after.
Sammy Sosa.
We could honestly go on about this for an
Listen,
hour.
I'm
You
just,
can't
I
erase
am
part of
You're
baseball.
not
It's
erasing
part-
it.
yes,
you're just
you are.
not putting
Like,
it in the
keeping
Hall of
these
Fame.
guys-
So
like,
you're telling me.
They will forever
Wait,
be remembered.
question,
Go
Dr.
ahead.
Professor Jeep. So you're telling me that just because you're not enshrined, you're just completely forgotten?
You're
about it?
erasing them from the game of
No,
baseball.
you're
That is
not.
not
So Pete
true.
Rose. Pete Rose is erased. Bingo. I win.
I'm pretty sure
you're
everyone's
erased.
going to remember Mark McGuire and Barry Bonds.
Pete Rose.
Our
did-
generation, but you're talking about a Hall of Fame that this game is going to carry on for.
So we don't remember Pete Rose.
How much do you know about Honus Wagner? How much do you know about
I know he is the most.
Chrissy Mathewson?
I know.
How much do you know?
Chrissy Mathewson was one of the greatest pitchers ever. And coach. Coach. Yeah.
And how do you know?
It's gonna happen with
No, it
Barry
won't,
Bonds
'cause
and them.
Yes, because when Bud
Hugely
Selig dies,
incredible thing.
because when Bud Selig dies,
Oh, my God.
this bullshit where we're going after people for steroid. You're not. Listen, Major League Baseball Hall of Fame is all about what you did between the lines. Okay, that's all
And
it
they
is.
cheated between the lines. Congratulations.
Whatever.
You
You
tweeted.
continue.
And
You
also-
continue to sit on your golden throne and judge
I
people.
will. I am. You
And
cheated.
you-
You want to. You want to impress me? Do that with working
Well,
hard.
then you can.
Don't put on 40 pounds of muscle falsely and tell me you're tough, because you're not. Honestly, that mentally means they didn't think they could do it without it. You know what impressed me? Stanton this year.
Same people.
No steroid allegations.
Same
worked his butt
people.
off.
Same people that praise Barry Bonds and Mark McGwire and Pete Rose are condemning them now. And
Pete
that's
Rose
horseshit.
shouldn't be condemned.
That's horseshit.
He shouldn't be condemned
horseshit.
because he didn't cheat.
Whatever.
He just
okay.
gambled.
Okay, whatever. He did. Now you're judging whose sins are worse. Who made you God?
Nobody did.
Okay.
But
Okay. Good talk. We'll
Pete
move on.
Rose didn't cheat as a
He
competitor.
did cheat. He bet
He
on his
bet-
own team.
How's that cheating? Hey, my team's gonna win today. Let's go get him.
You're comparing steroids
And then your thing
You're
with Jim
competing.
Thome. So Jim Thome was hugely successful on a
Oh,
great
yeah, hugely
Indians
successful.
team in the 90s.
Huge.
And Barry Bonds,
Let me tell you
because
about
he
hugely
cheated, should be
successful.
in. Oh,
Hugely
hugely-
successful.
Sorry.
276 lifetime average.
That's good.
Which is pretty good.
You would hit
Which is-
.001.
Oh,
You'd have one hit in the
congratulations.
majors.
Anyways, moving on. .276. Pretty good. I'm not going to argue there.
It's
That's
good.
612
And
home
he's a
runs,
Hall of
eighth on
Famer,
the
right?
all-time. He is.
So
Listen,
what's the
listen,
difference if he's
listen.
first ballot or
You're not gonna
fifth
listen.
ballot?
You're not going to listen. Because you're holding people out that were way better than Jim Thome. If I had the choice between Jim Thome and Barry
They
Bonds,
cheated.
I don't care. They saved our
They
game of baseball.
cheated.
In the 80s and 90s, baseball was losing views, and people started watching because of the home run race. I will never, ever condemn Barry Bonds and Mark McGwire because they made the game popular again. Whether they did that cheating or not, they made it popular again. And they saved the game that you and I love.
Congrats. Yes.
But
Put a section in.
instead, God,
Put
you're going to
in-
sit on your gold
No,
throne and you're
no,
going to
I'm
condemn
not.
them.
I'm not
You
gonna-
are. They cheated. They
Because
don't
they
deserve to be in the game.
cheated.
Okay.
So basically, you're saying cheaters win. That's what
I'm
you're
not
saying. That's the
saying
message
cheaters
you
win.
want to send to
No,
people. Hey,
no.
go take roids,
It wasn't
kids.
cheating then.
Go cheat on a test. Don't earn anything. Don't work for what you got.
It was not cheating
No,
then.
go-
because
go
if,
cheat
if
for
you
it.
say
That's
it's
how you win
if
stuff
you
in life.
notice
You
it
go
in
cheat.
91 and you don't test for it till 2004 and then you keep those names anonymous, you agree as a league that, oh, okay, I understand this is going on, but a lot of people are starting to pay attention, so we're going to let it go. So if you want to blame anybody, blame Bud Selig because he let it go till 2004.
I will blame Bud Selig.
Okay.
I'll blame
and
him
now-
and I'll blame the guys who used him.
And the guys
now,
who used
and now
them.
the baseball writers and Bud Selig are condemning those guys from being in the Hall of Fame by filling your head and telling you they cheated when Bud Selig allowed it to happen until 2004. So do not blame the people that did it when they're getting the message that
Here's
When
my
did you
thing.
say it? When did you say it was illegal? 91.
91, but they didn't test for it till 2004. So it's like
Did they
telling
even
you
know how
don't
to
smoke
test for
pot,
it?
but I'm not gonna test you.
That's a way to look at it, but at the same time, if it's illegal, don't do it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just honor. It's loyalty to your team. Because if you get caught, obviously there's going to be consequences.
But anyways, when you talk about first ballot Hall of Famer in my mind, you talk Pudge Rodriguez invented was one of the best defensive catchers. Johnny Bench and him tied, I think, all time maybe. Okay, you
mean,
talk about Ken Griffey Jr.
You're
the
getting
kid.
in the Hall of Fame either way.
Jim Thome,
what is this first
Jim
ballot
Thome
to fifth ballot
had
stuff?
one
There's
Silver
no
Slugger.
Limit.
One.
There's no
One Silver Slugger.
There is
5-time
no
All-Star, 22
limit
years in
to
the league.
how many people you could send
5
in the
times,
Hall
under
of Fame.
20%. Under 20% of the
You
time
just
he
have
was
to
an
get
All-Star.
voted in.
Never
So you
won an
need-
MVP.
If there's
Never.
100 voters, what there's
Jim
400.
Thome was never the best player in baseball. Every time
Yeah,
you
because
get
the
a
best
first
players
ballot
were
home-
cheating. They were taking 3,000 grams of roids a day, which is an over-exaggeration. Don't yell at me. But still, same. Jim Thome was one of the best dudes. Like, this Hall of Fame class, I love it. I love this Hall of Fame class.
I've been
Put Jim
back. I've
Thome
been
in.
back and forth on if Tommy's a first ballot, and looking at his numbers. Yes.
Here's my-
it doesn't honestly.
He's a one-time
He's a Hall of
Silver
Famer.
Slugger. He doesn't have the awards.
Coop,
he
you
was
said
not
he's a Hall
one
of
the,
Famer. Who cares when he gets in?
I'm
What's the-
telling you.
Why do you punish
he's not
someone?
a first ballot
What makes him better the third year around from the first?
because
Nothing. He's the same player. Just some dude was like, oh, I guess he could go
Is there
in
a special
now.
section in the Hall of Fame for first ballot Hall of Famers?
There's not. It's just something people like Coop made up to where, oh, he's first ballot. Put him in.
it doesn't have anything to do with being first ballot. I think first ballot is a true honor that is like the pristine, like you
Yeah.
are you're a
I agree with
subsection of
that.
the best.
Yeah.
Though there's
I know
nothing on here
that's what it is. That's where first ballot Hall of Famer is the great of the
I don't know
greats.
how many people are in the Hall of Fame, but
And
it
you know
tells
what?
you it tells you what percentage got you in and what year you were elected and what time on the ballot it was. So
Yeah.
so it's represented.
I know.
And there's only a handful of guys that have
I
gotten
get
it, and I don't think Jim
But
Thome,
my
in the grand
argument-
scheme of things, is in it. And I think he only got it because you're keeping out the best players in baseball.
He was
That's
a
why.
great player
Oh
in the
my
90s.
gosh! Yeah, he was.
Good.
Unbelievable.
Good
No.
player.
Good player. He
Unbelievable.
carried that team.
Good player.
600 and
What
what?
do you-
12 home runs?
612. And you know his stats could be
He was
lower
okay.
because he hit 220 his last 6 to 7 years in the league. He was old, but he just kept playing because he loved the game. But the 90s, amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
So
player.
amazing that he only made the All-Star team 5 times.
When you're competing against the dudes who took roids, who are you going to take?
Wah.
Roidy Canseco
Wah.
or Jim Tomey?
Wah. They're playing
Wah.
in the same ballparks.
You have this arms are this big.
Wah.
Canseco's arms were as big as
Wah.
Tomey's legs.
Wah.
Oh, I
So
win.
so
He's
when
saying
so
wah.
so
Sorry, Coop, I don't speak wah, so I will take that as a victory for Eric.
okay, yep, whatever.
All right. Next topic,
Yeah.
please.
I'm still laughing. You don't speak wah?
No.
Do you speak wah?
Apparently.
Because I don't speak wah.
No, I've been listening to Eric talk, so I apparently
my
speak
God.
dumbass.
Speak. Okay.
Move on.
You know cursing is a sign of unintelligence, right?
well, then
Actually,
I'm,
no, it's
I'm,
not.
I'm dumb. And I'm
Actually,
really dumb.
Cursing's a sign of intelligence.
Actually,
No.
people that curse more are proven to be more loyal, and that's
And
why I keep
intelligent.
staying on this show.
There's a study more intelligent people swear. 'Cause
Yeah.
I swear a lot.
And so do I.
So
I'm going to make sure I
next
swear my
topic.
daily dose.
It'll.
Yeah.
Okay.
We got you, America.
Yeah.
We'll fill the world with profanity.
Yeah, there we go.
We'll be
No,
good role
someone will
models.
get offended.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
At least we can argue together on that one.
Yeah, that one's gonna be funny.
Go ahead.
Oh my gosh. All right, let's go over some hot stove action in a big week for Milwaukee. Christian Yelich traded. Well, we'll start with Christian Yelich at least. He was traded to Milwaukee for star outfield prospect and Florida native Louis Brinson, Eisen Diaz, Monte Harrison, and Jordan Yamamoto. Good move for the Brew Crew, and will this pay off for Miami?
Good move for the Brewers.
Yeah, Brewers are making moves out here. They're getting a lot better.
I think we talked about them
They're-
competing in the division last time, and I think
now
they
definitely. They were what?
And they're gonna have their arms back.
86 wins.
But
last
they
year?
still need improvements in that.
They need another arm,
need
but
an
they're
arm.
gonna have their
they're gonna
arms
get
for
an
a
arm.
full year.
They need an
Hopefully.
arm like a camel needs a drink. Like it's bad. They need they need.
They're gonna
they need
get an arm.
Should we
though.
cut his mic? I think we should start
They're-
cutting his mic.
So they're gonna get an arm, and they were
man.
what? They were like an 86 win team last year, 89. So with those two signings alone, you're gonna be at 90.
You're going to
wins.
see more offense, but
You're
you
gonna
got to
see
get
more
you got to
offense.
get better pitch. You got to pitch better.
You do, and but
still gotta
I
pitch
think
better.
they will. I think they can be
Those guys-
top 2 team, maybe a wild card in that division.
I think
Oh,
they could be. I
absolutely.
think they could be a wild card.
yeah,
With how the Cardinals have kind of declined.
they kind of.
I mean, they got better. They got better, yeah, now
soon,
with
but I don't
Ozuna.
know about this year.
With
But they
Ozuna?
should beat
Yeah.
the crap
They're
out of
always
the Pirates
there.
and the Reds.
They'll
They're
kill those
always
two
there.
teams.
The Cardinals will always be there when
but
September
really,
rolls around.
This
Always.
next year, I'm thinking it's going to be a race between the Cubs and Brewers in the end.
Maybe.
So that's what I.
It was the Brewers didn't have either of these guys, and they still almost made the playoffs
that-
without their ace.
That's my point. And then they're probably either going to sign. I heard Arrieta might go there.
I heard that too, and I
And
also
then
heard you Darvish.
You Darvish. I'd
Yeah.
rather see him get Arrieta.
Well,
I'd
obviously,
like to
but-
see. What if they clean both of them?
Oh, great for them.
And they have
Well, they
Ryan.
don't-
But they have
Listen,
Ryan Braun.
Let's move on to Cain, because then we'll talk about the money issue with Milwaukee and my take on it. But later that same night, we were sitting in the dorm, and I was like, wow, I just got Lorenzo Cain too. 5 years, $80 million. How would you grade the signing, and what does this mean, for the rest of that division? Because that division's shaping up to be it's going to be a really good race.
I think that gives them really good veteran leadership and
Absolutely.
outfield play.
They
That's
need a veteran.
stud- yeah,
I thought that
was a great move for them. I didn't see that coming, to be
Me
honest.
either.
But good for them. As far as we were talking, we skipped over Miami.
One
What
of the
it meant for them.
well,
but
yeah, Miami
We'll
got,
see.
Miami got a
It's
really good
to
prospect.
be
they got
determined.
4
Miami got a
prospects.
really good prospect.
Well, the
in,
thing is-
Brinson.
They beefed up the minor league system.
But talking
so
to Coach Corey Douglas last night, who we need to get on this show, because
Yeah, I
he brought
invite
up some
him-
good points.
I don't-
But Coach
He's probably
Doug,
watching.
Coach
What's up,
Doug
Dougie?
brought Coach brought
Coach
up a
Dougie,
really
I got to
good
do
point.
push-ups now.
He brought up a really good point last night. He goes, "How many teams in the history of baseball do you know that have built from the inside completely? The Astros, maybe, but you still have to go out and bring pieces. So the Marlins
The
are
Yankees did in the '90s with a lot
right,
of
but
their.
they,
Honestly,
but they
I
brought a
would
lot of
say-
pieces in. So
I
the
would
Marlins,
say the Indians. now.
But they haven't.
Yes, but but even the Indians had to bring in some pieces from the outside. So my point being is Coach Doug's right that you need to bring in young pieces, but then you need to build around them. So we'll see which one of these pieces.
Well, I mean, the Astros
pan out.
built around them too. They brought in Charlie Morton
and Justin Verlander.
So Miami needs a good core.
And I think they're looking for that.
Pieces.
And I think they're looking for that. So I think Miami's not doing as awful as everybody wants to.
I don't either.
No, everyone wants to criticize Derek Jeter.
But
that's
I
just
think
what it comes down to.
But I think if a couple of these people pan out, and then you bring in a Manny Machado when he comes in, free agent, or you go get somebody to build around him.
A superstar.
Yeah. I think you're doing the right thing.
Absolutely.
I think you're doing the right thing. So good shout out to Miami. I know everybody's kind of right now, but you were never going to be able to keep that whole team together anyways.
Yeah.
So you're doing what you think is
then
best for the
they're
organization.
still going to trade Real Muto, so they could get even more.
I think they'll hang on to him.
Maybe.
I think they won't fire him.
Maybe he wants out.
I know he wants out.
No, he wants out.
I know he wants out, but Starlin's probably going to have to stay put. Justin Bour's going to have to stay put, and JC Real Muto's probably going to have to stay put. And I think
they want to keep Real Muto, but
they're going to learn a lot this year about their teammates, and they're with that leadership in the clubhouse, they're not going to be as pitiful as a AAA team. They're going to be one hair above.
Well, yeah.
So,
dude, they might get 50 wins, and that's it.
Yeah.
Honestly.
What I was going to say about the Brewers signing Cain is that this just shoves the small market excuse down the Pirates' throat right now. Because
absolutely.
Milwaukee is in, same kind of market value as the Pirates, and they just pretty much gave him the finger and signed one of the better outfielders that in free agency.
That's not even a ton of money.
Well, the cost of Miller Lite.
5 year, that's a good amount, but in comparison, Tristan Thompson's was that much for 3 years.
But
that's how mad I am about that. But
you know what? Good for the Brewers. They're making a move. They probably have one of the better outfields in the NL now. One of the better. I don't know if the best.
Broxton. Keon Broxton.
Yes.
Center fielder.
Okay.
He's really good.
Braun, Lorenzo Cain, Yelich.
Yelich is in center.
And now you could probably rotate him in.
I don't know about that. Broxton is way faster than both of them.
But you're probably going to see Broxton sit the bench.
Broxton will play center. Broxton will play center, and I heard that Braun is moving to first from what I've read.
Well, then that's a good move for them. Absolutely. If that's what happens, but I don't know if that's going to be what
I read that, and that's an interesting move. But then again, where do you put Thames? But they have really good problems right now.
I don't think he played Thames.
I think he was a fluke.
We'll see.
He's a lightning in a bottle.
Yeah,
one time.
that's what I thought.
We'll see.
He's a first ballot Hall of Famer.
No, he's not. Anyway.
He doesn't use steroids.
Yeah. All right. I wanted to talk about was Alcides Escobar. He inked a 1-year deal back with Kansas City. I kind of get the feel that maybe they're still clinging to hold on to at least some of their core players. Maybe they get Moose back. Maybe they get Hosmer back. I mean, I'm surprised that Hosmer hasn't signed yet with how much money's on the table.
We're talking like 2 or 3 weeks till pitchers and catchers. I mean, things are going to get really interesting. This show's going to get really interesting.
They're going to get really interesting. So, anyway, about that. Well, they stink, so I don't care about that.
But
they got no pitching.
They have Duffy. I wouldn't be surprised if they trade Duffy, honestly, this year.
They need to start over.
They don't need a Marlins start over. They don't need to hit reset.
I don't know, man. They're pretty close.
Especially if Hosmer doesn't resign.
Who do they have? Whit Merrifield, who's pretty good, but not going to win you. He's not a superstar.
But you're talking
Alcides Escobar for 1 more year.
You're talking about a division where the Twins are in it, and the Twins have gotten better this offseason.
The Twins are getting better.
But I don't think the Twins are a serious
not
threat
yet,
to anybody. So, I mean, you're talking about a division where the Tigers have done nothing and have basically become the retirement home of the AL Central.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think it's still a division where if you bring Hosmer and Moose back and you add some smaller pitching piece, because there's still small pitching pieces out there, that I think you could contend for a wild card spot if you play really good baseball.
I mean, they did last year.
So I think you're really kind of.
Oh wait, Kansas City or Minnesota?
Kansas City.
Kansas City had a really good stretch last year, and then they kind of.
And I think they clipped a win streak.
I don't think that matters.
It was bound to happen,
Yeah.
and then we won the series. We beat them the next night. They got one win.
Where's
it was 3-2.
Where's the wah?
Yeah.
But seriously,
win.
if that's the best team in the, they didn't get beat all the way through by the best team in baseball. So
I want to make this clear right now. That Indians team last year wasn't as good as the record showed.
thank
They
you.
played sloppy the
God
whole
bless
year.
you, son. Thank you. I appreciate it.
I watched
Wait,
him
I
all
thought
year.
he was God, according to you.
He is. He decides all, so that's why I'm thanking
Oh
him
my
for
gosh.
acknowledging one of my points.
Dude.
All right, let's
We're gonna
move
have to
on.
wax your gold throne.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it does.
All
That's
right,
my
other
toilet
news.
paper.
Manny Machado will be playing shortstop, starting at shortstop for opening day in this upcoming season. I think this has a huge impact on the third base market next year with, and just in general. I mean, now he's a shortstop and he can really hit the ball, and you don't really see that too often anymore. You know what I mean? Usually just kind of pesky hitters. What do you think that this means, Eric?
Him moving to shortstop?
No, that's what I just asked, but no.
Well, it's kind of, you went from, I don't know, because it literally means nothing to me. That's
Really?
not really, not anything.
How come?
Because it's the Orioles, and I think if he
Well-
gets traded, he'd be a third baseman. Or he'll fit a team at third base.
There's a lot of good shortstops, so yeah, maybe.
There's a lot of good, but I don't see him as a shortstop, to be
I
honest.
do. Nice. See, that's where we're going to butt heads because I see him as a shortstop.
I
He
think
has
he's gonna-
great range. I think he's going to be a very good shortstop,
I think
too.
he's going to clean up at short, and
Oh,
I
yeah.
think he's going to show that he's very versatile around the infield. I think as far as market, I think Eric's right. There's a couple teams that would rather have him at third base.
Yeah.
I know the Yankees. I know that's not even a possibility because of our salary, but like if he would come to New York at Didi at short, are you really going to move Didi? No, you're going to put Manny at third
Yeah.
and kind of figure it out from there. So I mean,
I think you guys are going to get Moose. I think that's an option you guys can expect.
I
Why wouldn't you want Moose? What?
when it comes down to it, if I really had to pick, I would rather have Todd Frazier.
I
over Moose,
respect that.
because I think you pay less for about the same quality of player.
I think you pay
and
Todd
I think
Frazier more.
and I think Todd Frazier is happier. No, I think Todd Frazier would take less to come to New York because
Maybe.
he's a New Jersey kid. So I kind of like the value you get out of Todd Frazier.
Maybe.
And at some point, we have to make the Dollar General value move. We can't always go spend the big bucks. I know
Maybe-
that surprises everybody.
Also, I think you guys are going to pick up Eduardo Nunez to play second base.
I think we're going to pick up Nunez. I think he's going to be.
Second baseman.
I think
He's good.
I think
He's
he's gonna- I
very
think
good.
He's, gonna
He's
kinda-
coming off a really bad knee injury.
He's gonna kind of bounce around. I think you're gonna see him kind of be a utility guy for us. I don't know if he's gonna end
I
up.
think,
at second.
I
He-
do
don't know
think
if he'll be
Nunez
a-
will come back.
I think it'll be
Yeah.
Gleyber Torres when it's all said and done. But I
He's
think
19. I don't think he's ready yet.
But
He's
I think he's
big.
gonna
He's
get
about a year or two away.
he's gonna
from
get a fire
being-
shot at it. I think they're gonna stick him in the lineup and figure it out. Because if he
September call-ups, maybe.
no, I think he's gonna get it around May. I think they're gonna throw him in there and see what he does.
Dude, he's 19.
yeah.
I'm aware. But
I mean,
I'm
Bryce
telling
Harper
you,
was
I think it's
19,
gonna
but that's
happen.
Bryce Harper.
Yeah.
Gleyber Torres hit 412 in the fall league. So I mean,
The fall league is a joke. The fall league is nothing but a joke. Spring training is the better of the two.
okay, and he hit like 310.
Okay, Roberto Osuna hit like 2 home runs in the fall league. So what are you gonna say? It's a
I'm just
closer.
telling
He
you.
doesn't. He's not only a pitcher. He's a closer.
Yeah.
He doesn't. He's not gonna
So-
see any home runs whatsoever.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. All right, we're
live.
back.
So
Yeah,
we're
great.
losing live. Okay. So I don't know if you guys are gonna get to see our ugly faces, but
Yeah,
that's cool.
Welcome back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that's good.
So
that just went into screensaver mode, but we're good.
but hey,
I thought it stopped.
You
I'd have been
know,
like,
but again, Manny Machado going to short, I think that just improves his value. I mean, it opens more teams to having him, so they'll get a good look at him being a short
versatile.
versus
Very
him at third.
versatile. Yeah.
But I do want to hit on something with the Brewers. I am concerned for Miller Park because the price of a Miller Lite was probably $9 or $10 last
Here
year, and
we
with
go.
these signings, it's probably gonna be $13, and I'm not gonna be spending that $13. So
You're
Miller,
not old enough.
at this juncture, no. So
Not in this state, at least.
not in this state. So, mom and dad, I know
far
you
as
listen to
the
this
state of
show. I do not
Kentucky-
have a fake ID.
As far as
It was just a joke. I was kidding.
Yes, it's a joke.
Oh my gosh.
Oh Lord.
Yeah.
I will not be spending
All right.
$13 on a Miller Lite at friggin' Miller Park to watch Lorenzo Cain strike out.
I'd get something better. Like
I know, like a pretzel or a sausage. Hey, by the way, speaking of like,
I was thinking like an IPA.
do you know the
but-
sausage races they have at Miller Field at
Yeah.
Miller Park?
Those are gone.
They're not doing them anymore.
Why not?
Because they lost the contract.
Someone
with
got
the sau-
offended. That's what happened.
Oh yeah, sausages.
Someone
It's total male dominance, feminism everywhere.
Boy, you're just oozing conservative right now. It is just, it's like
You-
getting all over me.
Wait. Did you just say you think I'm a conservative?
Oh, it's 2018. We can't assume.
Oh, yeah,
All right,
that's right.
let's move on. I kind of wanted to hit on this because I thought this was really funny.
Oh, man.
Glenn Perkins announced his retirement from the league after 12 really solid seasons with the Twins. His retirement tweet. I'm gonna read it. Let me address the elephant in the room. I won't be playing baseball anymore. I'll spend my time brewing beer, smoking meat, woodworking, and hanging with my family, or the same things I've been doing just without the baseball part. That's a pretty cool way to go out.
Amen.
Amen, man.
When he said smoking, I totally didn't think he was going to say what he did.
Brisket?
I didn't think
Oh,
he was
you
going to
said-
say about smoking meat. I was like, what? Smoking? Well, at least he's brewing beer. That's kind of cool. He's a Minnesota. He played in Minnesota too, didn't he?
No, I just didn't just say that for my
yeah.
health or anything.
So he's in Minnesota. That's a real Minnesota thing to do. You know?
We're going to end it on that. Oh, wait a minute. We got your segment.
What?
Are
Ended
you
on that.
kidding me?
Oh, dude. This is gonna be a joint one with me and Coot because
Oh, Eric and I are about to lose.
I am absolutely furious
We are a generation of
That-
cupcakes.
that you could get rid. But okay, first of all, Rob Manfred, who are you to say now, Mr. Dolan? 1% of another 1% of another 1% of the population
Which equivalent is
did not like your Chief Wahoo logo. It said it made him sad and it gave him diarrhea. So we don't we don't want you to have that on jerseys anymore. So you're gonna have to get rid of that. And then Mr. Dolan was like, "Oh, okay, we'll get rid of the Wahoo logo." And Cleveland pretty much wants to riot because are you kidding? Why? Why? No one cares about that 1% that has never watched baseball ever.
But
And all they see is an Indian and
they're
they're like, "Oh, God."
they're just enraged college students.
That's what it is. And
They're
they play with
enraged
their
college students.
My Little Unicorns or whatever, and they sit in bed.
We are a generation of
and-
cupcakes. We were talking about this at
Hey.
lunch. If this generation
gotta
stormed the
be
beach of
kidding me.
Normandy, they would turn around and get back in the boats.
No,
I'm going home.
they'd
I'm not
pull
fighting
out-
with the
they'd
Germans.
pull out their roses and be like, "Please forgive us.
Please
We're
forgive
sorry."
us. We love you.
Yeah.
We didn't want
Oh
to
my
offend
God.
you.
I just don't get how that. You have the Redskins, the Seminoles, the Braves,
The Chippewas.
all these
Central Michigan,
the
Blackhawks.
Blackhawks. Like it's not even offensive. And you
Redskin is kind of offensive because it
know,
refers to the
That's,
color.
that
of the
is
that's
the
actually
only
a
one.
derogatory term.
that
Redskin
is the
is-
only one where I could see a problem. But
Yeah.
like the Indian in our logo,
It's
the
a
Celtics-
smiling Indian.
Yes.
It's a smiling
And
Indian.
they're like, "That's not how we look." No. Well, the Boston Celtics.
It's a cartoon.
Exactly. I'm Irish.
It's not a picture
I
of an
tweeted
actual.
This. I tweeted this. I'm Irish, and the Boston Celtics logo offends me because that's not how Irish people look. It's a logo. No one cares. It's not. We get it. So whoever was mad about that, that is just.
It's a bunch of enraged college students that mommy and daddy paid their bill and they're taking courses at
Yeah, well,
a big liberal school. That's all it is.
you know what's gonna happen is that stadium's gonna be filled with Chief Wahoo.
Well,
Everywhere.
they're still allowed to sell the gear with Chief Wahoo on it.
Exactly.
They're just not allowed to wear it on the field. Which
Yeah,
tells
well-
me MLB's like, yeah, we want you to make your money off of it, but don't wear it on the field. 'Cause
Yeah.
Wait,
our
we
viewers-
want you
our
to make
viewers-
your money off of it? They want to make that money
Oh,
too.
they're
Are
making
you
money
kidding me?
off
Yeah,
it.
but we don't want
They're
the
not-
soft state
it
of
won't be on
California. We don't want the soft state of
Yeah.
California. to
What about
see
New
you wearing
California?
it.
New California. You know what?
I'm
they
in
could be a
favor.
whole different country.
I'm in
they don't.
favor.
I don't even want them in the union. Go away.
God bless Texas. I wish Texas would take on an Indians team name and they would tell you, yeah, try to change our name. We're not doing it.
That's just like.
Don't mess with Texas.
Why do people get so offended?
The other 49
Oh my
states,
God.
the other 49 states, you're raising cupcakes. Some of Ohio's not too bad, but the other 49 states, no,
You know,
West
I
Virginia,
don't even think the
West
raising-
Virginia and Texas don't raise cupcakes.
Listen.
but
Most of the country voted for Trump, and I know the Trump voters
Yeehaw.
aren't mad about Chief Wahoo. So there's a small portion in small area, well, actually a big portion in small areas such as New York and California that are just like, no, Chief Wahoo. And it's like, no one else cares. Why are we letting these people dictate what is offensive to us? Because it's not.
Now
It's a
I
logo.
gotta pose a question to both of you.
we'll answer.
I was thinking about this. I don't want your no. I'm kidding. But Will they change the names of these teams now?
No.
They
Now that
can't.
this just happened.
The Redskins.
They
in
changed
football,
a
maybe.
meaningless cartoon logo that's been with the team for
The
how
names?
long?
What are we going to be? The rainbows? The lakes?
Go back to the Naps.
The naps?
Yeah, when you guys were the
I'm
Cleveland
just
Naps after
asking.
Napoleon
No.
Lee.
I'm
the
just
spiders.
asking.
That
That
actually-
could
That'd be
potentially
kinda cool.
happen.
But still, you can't.
I think Redskin in football might get changed.
That one-
Dan, Schneider.
I think there's
Snyder.
going to be some issues with that down the road. I don't
Snyder.
That
think
one-
Every time it's addressed, Snyder goes, "We're not changing it." Nope. And that's it. That's the
wish-
end. That's the end of the
well,
argument.
because
Yeah.
he's from a great generation. Not
Well,
really.
that, I don't know.
but
That is the only name.
But he's standing his
still,
ground. He's standing his ground like the Indians owner should have stood his ground and been like, no, we've been the Indians. We've had Chief Wahoo since 1942
I mean,
when Bob Feller
honestly,
stepped on the mound.
MLB probably gave him a little change. Like, here you
They
go.
gave him the 2019 All-Star game,
Here's it- yeah,
which is the change.
that's also.
Even though that bid,
I really think that's what it was about. Manfred was probably like, hey, we might pull that if you don't have that Wahoo.
I don't think
logo
they could pull it
I
because it's a
doubt
lot
that.
of prep.
Yeah, that's a
But-
lot of.
but I
They
think-
pulled it from Charlotte
But
in the
yeah,
NBA.
but Charlotte was
'cause
rioting.
It wasn't
they?
because of the riots. It was
Are
because
you
of the
serious?
law.
No
They were like,
kidding.
we don't like your law. We're pulling it.
Huh, the more
So
you know.
you never
the
know.
more you know. I never knew that. I thought that there was rioting,
No.
but there was riots
It
going
was-
on at that time, were there not? I
Yeah.
think there were.
It was no. That was the past year. Although that was like
It was
those are-
something. There was something
it
going
was
on
that.
down there.
You know what it was? It was
What?
the Charlottesville. All the white,
When
the
was that?
Virginia
How long
students.
ago was
that
that?
was
How
a
long-
year ago.
was
They
that-
were-
oh,
they
okay,
were
so I know what you're
basically
talking about.
white supremacy.
But can you believe how much
people.
change we've had over time?
That's
because,
what I was thinking
Because
of.
the '39 Olympics, Jesse Owens ran in Nazi Germany.
Yeah.
So it used to be, oh, we're doing it in a really hostile place. Gear up, boys. Here we go. Now it's, oh, they're rioting. We can't go there.
Yeah, but that's
But
not why
that's
they
not
moved
different.
it.
I mean,
they
I don't-
moved it
yeah.
because they didn't like a law, which was a stupid law. But that's not.
Yeah, I get you.
Actually, no, it was a good law that they just. The NBA was like, no, it's offensive because
Yeah.
people get offended by everything.
All right,
but yeah.
let's
That's all I
wrap
gotta
this.
say.
Let's wrap this up
That's all I
here.
gotta
Any
say.
final words, Coop?
I'm not buying that beer. It's way too expensive.
That I am. I don't care. It better be a good
Well,
beer.
for me,
It better be. It better be straight from the factory to my tap.
for me, Jays, Shapiro, Atkins, please do something.
Fire
more.
Shapiro. I'm telling
Just
you,
one-
he's
just-
terrible. He is.
I don't
terrible.
even just listen. Just get another guy. We need one more. Grichuk isn't going to win your World Series. We're not even going to contend. That should be good to watch us win like 80 games this year, and then not even probably.
Canada. Then that's a good country.
Oh, yeah. They don't raise cupcakes.
No.
Canada doesn't complain. Hey, what are you doing over there?
I'm
Why you getting all
cutting
upset?
this before we get too deep into this.
All right.
Probably
well,
should.
Hey, it's been real
Okay.
and it's been fun, but it ain't been real fun,
Yes,
guys.
It's been real fun.
Jim Tomey, Hall of Famer.
Not first
Cut it.
ballot.
Oh.